And streaming on crossroadstoday.com, new information on a case involving an animal investigation in Gonzales County. And a new campaign by TxDOT, what they're saying as the holiday season arrives. Plus the latest on severe weather striking parts of the country.
And with the cold front that passed yesterday, we're starting out the day a little bit chilly out there, and we're going to have another cold morning and a couple cool days ahead before later we're warming up. All that in the weather coming up.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and welcome to your Monday morning.
Monday morning, brand new week, and well, it's a little bit chilly out there.
It's chilly, but we're still in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah,
we're doing our Christmas shopping. We're decking the halls, decorating. I still don't have a Christmas tree, but I hear you may be able to get a deal on one this year, a real Christmas tree.
That's right. We're going to have more on that coming up later, because this morning, like we were just saying, it is a little bit chilly out there this morning, even with the sun coming up very slowly on the horizon. Look at that beautiful sunrise, y'all. But like I said, if you're headed out the door, maybe to go see that sunrise, bundle up. It is a little chilly. 41 right now and out in county. 41 out in county, but temperatures in the city are about 1 degree warmer. 42 right there being reported right outside the station here on Navarro. But everybody's a little bit chilly out there with the north wind still blowing in, gusting up to 20 miles an hour at times being reported. So definitely grab the jacket. Everyone in the low 40s and even mid 40s on the coast, even right next to the warm Gulf water. And if you thought that was chilly, look at North Texas. It's 31, freezing in Amarillo and the Panhandle and Abilene as well. And if you thought that was cold, woo-wee, look at the northern states. It is -9 in International Falls, 18 degrees in Chicago, 10 degrees in Des Moines, Iowa. Now, thankfully, we're not that cold, but we do have a wind out there still. You may have noticed it. That's bringing us our wind chills down to near freezing in our northern counties. So if you're sending your kiddos at the door this morning, just bundle up, grab a light jacket, because with the sun coming up, it will stay cool today, and we'll look at those details next.
Now an update to a story we brought you last week about an animal cruelty investigation in Gonzales County. The organization on the property during the event was the American Humane Society, which is not associated with the SPCA. The Gonzales County Attorney's Office said Precinct 4 constables, veterinarians, and the American Humane Society were on site as part of an ongoing investigation. Many animals were surrendered and a few were euthanized. The owner is scheduled for a hearing on Monday. Investigators say the case is still active. The Victoria County Commissioners meet at 10 this morning. On the agenda, they'll consider the appointment of an interim director of the Animal Services Department. They'll also consider a request from the County Volunteer Fire Department for nearly $4,000 to buy a 40-foot unit to use as a secure storage facility and department office. The court meets at 115 North Bridge Street on the second floor in room 241. The holiday season is here, and TxDOT transportation leaders are reminding drivers it's also one of the most dangerous times of the year on the roads. Drunk driving is a year-round problem in Texas, but increases during the holidays. During the 2024 holiday season, the state recorded more than 2,000 drunk driving related crashes, resulting in 96 deaths and 201 serious injuries. With those numbers in mind, TxDOT is launching its statewide holiday campaign, Drive Sober, No Regrets. The goal is to encourage Texans to think ahead before drinking and avoid getting behind the wheel impaired.
If you see that someone at a holiday gathering has been drinking, encourage them to find a sober ride or to stay put until they are sober. Helping to prevent a potential crash is worth any temporary awkwardness.
TxDOT continues to urge drivers to find a sober driver before heading out. Use rideshare services, taxis, or public transit, or simply stay where they are until they sober up. TxDOT says one choice can save a life, and they're hoping this campaign helps reduce tragedies on Texas roads this holiday season. The Trump administration appears to be changing its approach to concerns about affordability. The Treasury Secretary argues the economy is strong, but he's acknowledging the, quote, affordability problem. President Donald Trump is creating a task force to look at food prices, despite calling affordability a scam last week. Some Republicans are urging action on the issue. The White House blames the Biden administration for high inflation. Many economists say Trump bears some responsibility as well. Now to the weather extremes being felt by millions this morning. ABC's Hannah Batal has the latest on the threats being felt across the country.
This morning, extreme weather impacting millions from coast to coast. Heavy snow making for treacherous travel on the roads in Iowa, up to 8 inches falling in some areas. And in Chicago, residents are digging out after another round of snow, the city getting more than 17 inches in just the last few weeks, the most by this point in the season since 1978. Farther east, snow blanketed upstate New York, but that didn't stop Buffalo Bills fans from tailgating. The game against the Cincinnati Bengals turning into a winter wonderland.
He throws, he's got a touchdown!
The Bills celebrating in the end zone with snow angels. Temperatures during the game were in the low 30s, but are already dropping. Today, it'll feel like 6 degrees in Buffalo, 9 in Chicago, and as low as 0 in Minneapolis. In the south, multiple rounds of rain are bringing relief from Louisiana to Florida, easing drought conditions throughout the region. Across the country, people in the Pacific Northwest are being told to prepare as an atmospheric river is set to bring intense flooding with up to a foot of rain possible in some areas.
Flood watches hold through Friday from Eugene to Seattle and in the mountains of northern Idaho with a fire hose of moisture dropping rounds of heavy rain and snow. By Friday, we could see up to a foot of rain in the Cascades. The elevation and saturation after that many days mean that flooding is a real risk all week long.
Hannah Batal, ABC News, New York.
New information is shedding light on the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. The government has arrested about 220,000 people in the 9 months since President Donald Trump took office. That's according to the Data Deportation Project. The group also found ICE agents detained nearly 75,000 people with no criminal records since last January. The data's release comes as ICE steps up its enforcement in Democratic-led cities such as New Orleans and Minneapolis. For more local news, weather, and sports, come to crossroadstoday.com. It's now 6:37 on our Monday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next on 25 News Now. Sunrise. Christmas hits downtown. We'll take a look at the festivities from over the weekend.
Growing pressure to release video of a second strike on an alleged drug boat off Venezuela. I'm Nicole D'Antonio in Washington with the details and why some lawmakers say it could violate international law.
And also coming up next after the break in the short-term forecast, it might be a little bit chilly out there this morning, but with the sun coming up today, we'll warm up. So coming up next, we'll take a look and see how nice it'll be near you. Well, good morning, Crossroads, and happy Monday. Well, like I said earlier, it's a brand new week, but this time we're starting out the week once again a little bit chilly. But unlike last week, thankfully, we're not going to be looking cloudy to keep us chilly. This time we got the sun and skies will be quite clear. Don't believe me, I'm just going to press play for the future tracker. We're going to go all the way through this afternoon, through overnight tonight, and technically we're going to be clear just like that all the way through Wednesday. So for the next 3 days, make sure you got your sunglasses packed. Really do it all the way for the rest of this week because we'll stay mostly sunny later. And we'll look at that in a little bit because what that beaming sun is going to do to us today, going to heat us up just a little bit. Thanks to yesterday's cold front, we're going to be a little bit cool for highs. Only going to get up to 63 in Victoria today. I'm thinking that's 6 degrees below where we're supposed to be for this time of year. Now, the clear skies tonight is going to allow for what's called radiational cooling to take place, which just means nothing but all the heat that's stored in the ground and the land can freely escape into the upper atmosphere with no clouds covering it. 37, I'm thinking, in Victoria tonight, which is 9 degrees below where we're supposed to be this time of year. Now, everyone else today going to be looking about the same. A little cool today. Highs only getting to the low 60s, so I might maybe keep a light jacket on you. Low temperatures tonight, definitely keep a jacket on you for this. Lows dropping down into the upper 30s for most, but maybe mid-30s in our northern counties with a very, very calm to light wind. But if there is a wind that blows, we'll look at wind chills below freezing. So definitely bundle up. Before tomorrow, you'll be definitely taking that jacket off because look at that. Highs are back in the 70s. And guess what? They're going to be just like that all week long. Get out there and enjoy that. We'll look at that, all that next.
Only 3 teams from our area are still standing in the high school football playoff. And one of those teams is the powerhouse Yoakum Bulldogs. The squad keeps raising the bar, showing stronger and stronger as we dive deeper into the postseason. Their latest playoff battle was against the tough Columbus Cardinals, who came in as favorites, but the Bulldogs weren't having it. They fought back hard and came back with an impressive 20-14 victory. Now get ready for this Friday. Yoakum squares off against the fierce Llano Yellow Jackets in Pflugerville. Llano has already thrown down with two of our very own Crossroads teams in Edna and Goliad. So we know this game is going to be one for the books. So maybe the Yoakum Bulldogs can avenge two of our Crossroads teams and make the run to state. But we'll find out all that in the coming weeks. But that's it for your 25 News Now Sports. Until next time, I'm Ray Robinson.
Experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can stream our daily newscast and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. Now to the latest on boat strikes in the Caribbean. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has details as the Trump administration continues to face growing calls to release the full video of the strikes.
This morning, growing pressure on the Trump administration to release the full video of those September strikes on an alleged drug boat that killed 11 people, including 2 people who initially survived.
It's really important that people see what it looks like when the full force of the United States military is turned on 2 guys who are clinging to a piece of wood.
Congressman Jim Hines, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee who has seen the footage, says the attack could have violated international law. Republicans defending the attack.
It looked at one point like they were trying to flip the boat back over, presumably to rescue its cargo and continue their mission.
A source tells ABC News that after the initial strike, the video shows the survivors clinging for their lives to the wreckage of the overturned boat, appearing incapacitated and waving to something overhead. Another source says roughly 40 minutes after that first attack, the military struck again, killing those survivors. President Trump last week saying he supports the release of the full video.
I don't know what they have, but whatever they have, we'd certainly release, no problem.
But Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth less decisive.
We're reviewing that right now.
This morning, growing questions over the legality of the operation. The U.S. has hit more than 20 suspected drug boats since September, killing nearly 80 people. So far, the administration has not shown evidence they were actually smuggling drugs. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
The countdown to Christmas is here, and the city is ready to celebrate. On Saturday, families from across Victoria gathered for the annual Christmas tree lighting. Crowds gathered to watch the magic and see Brother Gary Moses honored. Following the tree lighting, the lighted Christmas parade commenced as the crowds lined downtown to watch. The evening also featured visits with Santa, festive treats, and performances from local choirs and bands. An annual tradition in Port Lavaca celebrates families who have lost loved ones to violent crimes. 25 News Now reporter Trenton Whiting spoke with a few people who have been part of the Tree of Angels. They share their experience.
The Tree of Angels has built a community for those who have lost loved ones to violent crimes.
Everyone has the same thing in common, so it's definitely nice to be around a bunch of people with a likewise situation.
The event has grown every year as families join together for support and encouragement.
I love that there are people out there willing to come and find a community and find a family.
The stories vary, but everyone there can relate to losing a loved one too soon due to tragedy.
Go from having the holidays with the people you love, and then all of a sudden you don't have them. It's definitely takes a toll on your mental health.
Every year, the event features a slideshow of the lost, a candlelight vigil at their picture, the singing of Silent Night, and the lighting of the Tree of Angels, featuring ornaments hung by the families remembering the lost.
It means seeing my mom again. Every time I see her name and picture pop up on that screen, it just reminds me of her. It just holds such a soft, sentimental place for me to just remember her.
Trenton Whiting, KAVU TV, 25 News Now.
We're shining a spotlight on local homes lit up for the holidays. We'd love to include yours. Each Friday leading up to Christmas will feature a different home that's spreading seasonal cheer. And beginning December 22nd, we'll showcase one home every day. If your decorations are ready for their close-up, now's the time to share them. And we want to take a moment to recognize one of our very own here at KEVU. 15 years. That's how long Trey has been informing, guiding, and connecting viewers across the crossroads. Trey is celebrating a major milestone at KEVU. The newsroom is honoring the man who wears just about every hat, from delivering accurate forecasts to stepping in as a reporter, a meteorologist, and an all-around newsroom MVP. Trey's dedication to this community has never wavered. Trey brings professionalism, passion, and heart to every shift. If you see news happening, let us know. Call the number on your screen to contact our newsroom or email us your tips at staff@crossroadstoday.com. It's now 6:46 on our Monday morning. Still to come on Sunrise, what you need to know as a popular toy is recalled. The possible dangers, those are just ahead. All right, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to May May. We love you so much, beautiful. Happy 3rd birthday from Mom, Dad, and Sissy.
Oh, look at that sweet picture. Happy birthday, May May. And also happy birthday to Rocky. He's our cake winner today. Happy birthday to my nephew, Rocky. Tia Juanita loves you very much, and I'm very proud of you. May God bless you with many, many more.
Hopefully they get to enjoy that cake.
Oh yeah, enjoy that cake.
And happy birthday to Nicki Minaj. The singer-songwriter is 43.
That's right, Bees in the Trap herself. Happy birthday, Nicki. And also happy birthday to Kathy Allen, and may you have many, many more. Love from all of your family. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, you can come to crossroadstoday.com. Just click the drop-down menu, then click the Home tab, and then you'll see Submit Your Birthday Photo.
All right, it's now 6:47 on our Monday morning. I want to wish, let's see, Tony, Roy, and Marilyn. I want to wish all of you a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, y'all.
And if you're celebrating one today, or if you got to celebrate over the weekend,
that's right, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's right, happy birthday. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. I'm sure a lot of y'all saw the 7-day forecast a few moments ago, and I really hope y'all saw what I was talking about all week long, minus today. Weather's going to be, honestly, if you ask me, it'll be near perfect. A perfect day in my eyes is a little bit of a cool morning, starting out in the upper 50s, maybe low 60s, but ending up in the afternoon in the mid and upper 70s. And you can see that exact forecast is in the cards for us all week long. Lows in the 50s, highs in the very nice 70s, even underneath the sunshine, so y'all get out there and enjoy it. But that'll be with us all week long, even with a couple fronts coming in as well. You can see one will be here Wednesday night, very weak one, I should say, because it's not going to do too much damage to our highs. We'll drop a few degrees after that gets here, but the next one getting here Saturday night into Sunday morning, that will do a little bit more to us. So you can see highs dropping down to the 60s for Sunday, maybe even 50s for high temperatures Monday. That's if we get a little bit more cloud cover, kind of like what we had last week. But all of those two low pressure systems are going to be, or those two cold fronts rather, going to be coming off of low pressure systems coming out of the Pacific. You can see one of them right here. Here's Wednesday. That's going to drag this polar low system out of Canada a little bit further south, sending us our front for Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And then another one will come off of the Pacific later this week into this weekend. Here's Friday night. That one should send us our next one Saturday night. But then what's going to happen is you see this, how the lines are kind of lining up like that. That's what's called ridging. And we should start warming up a little bit before another system develops, and we will probably see another front next week. We'll have more on that later on Sunrise.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission announced last week the recall of Create On Crayola branded Pip Cubes. The cubes contain magnets that could become loose. It could cause harm to children if they swallow them. The magnetic building cubes were sold in sets of 24 or 27 cubes. The 24-piece sets were sold at Michael's stores around the country and through Michael's website. The 27-piece sets were sold online at Amazon. The Powerball jackpot has risen to $875 million. No ticket matched all 6 numbers in Saturday night's drawing. The white balls were 13, 14, 26, 28, and 44. The red Powerball was 7. The next jackpot ranks as the 7th largest in Powerball history. The big prize has not been won since September 6th, when 2 tickets in Missouri and Texas split $1.8 billion. The next drawing is tonight. One last chance remains for an interest rate cut before the end of the year. The The Fed is set for its last meeting of 2025 starting tomorrow. Markets are optimistic about another cut. A recent Reuters poll of over 100 analysts found that only 19 believe the Fed will make no change. The rest think a cut is on the way. The FAA is now investigating several airlines over whether they followed orders to cut back on flights during the government shutdown. The agency says airlines could face fines of up to $75,000 for each flight that went above the restrictions. You may be able to get a deal on a real Christmas tree this year. The Department of the Interior now says it's cutting the permit fee for harvesting Christmas trees to $1 per tree. It's also opening up more public land for cutting trees down. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. What a new study is revealing about dementia and possible preventions. A recent study finds the shingles vaccine could reduce the risk of death from dementia. A new study suggests the vaccine could lower the chances of developing dementia. Researchers say the vaccine may even slow the disease in people already diagnosed. They say the findings add to growing evidence linking certain herpes viruses, including shingles, to dementia. Sunday marked the 84th anniversary of the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. The National Pearl Harbor Memorial in Honolulu to honor those who died on December 7th in 1941. More than 2,400 young American troops were killed and some 1,100 were wounded. The attack pulled the United States into World War II, and for the first time, none of the 12 living survivors were able to attend this year's ceremony at the site of the attack. Emergency crews in Yoakum responded to a gas leak Sunday. The leak closed off several roads. The city officials say the closure stretched from the 800 block of Irvine to West Street and West Hochheim. Authorities are urging drivers to avoid the area and take different routes until the scene is cleared. Last week's rain delayed repairs on Millette Drive. Millette between Ball Airport Road and Briggs Boulevard will continue to be closed from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. this week. The times avoid school start and dismissal times for avoiding traffic at Shorelamer Elementary School. And we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And now let's get a look at our chilly sunrise with Parker. Parker, how's it looking?
Well, right as you were saying, Carolina, a little bit chilly out there this morning. We actually officially broke down into, well, some of us did break into the 30s this morning in Victoria, but right now it's being reported 40 degrees at the airport. Temperatures in the city running about 2 degrees warmer than that, 42 degrees. But we do have a wind out there. You can see sustained at about 10 miles an hour coming out of the north, and you can see right there where it's bringing us some wind chills. We'll look at that better detail here in a second because you can see everyone else out there starting out the day a little chilly. So go ahead and grab that jacket. Lots of low 40s out there, even a couple of mid 40s on the coast, even though you're right next to the warm Gulf water. But like I was saying, there is a little bit of a wind out there right now, and that's bringing us wind chills now officially freezing in Hallettsville. In Victoria, I actually was just double checking. It actually feels like 34 degrees right now in Victoria County. So make sure you're definitely bundling up this morning and maybe keep that jacket on you, maybe a light jacket, because later today we'll heat up to about 62 for the high in Port Lavaca. A bit breezy in the morning time, but also sunny all day long. So grab those sunglasses. Same in Victoria, but a bit warmer, 63 for today's high, and a little bit cooler in Cuero, 62 for today's high. So like I said, y'all bundle up. It will be just a tad cool out there before the rest of this week. Oh yeah, we're warming up with sunshine. We're right back at the very nice 70s.
All right, thank you, Parker.
Of course.
And thank y'all for being with us this morning. Join Shawna Dawn, Matt Clovio, and Max today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.